So you want to learn how to play poker, but you don't want to get bogged down with a million rules, right? Good. Because I'm going to teach you everything you really need to know to get started, and we're going to do it in just about 3 minutes. Let's go.
Kinda dramatic, huh? But this really gets to the heart of what poker is. See, it's not just about getting lucky cards. It's about knowing a few simple rules that can make all the difference between winning a huge pile of chips or going home with nothing.
All right, first things first, what are we even trying to do here? Forget all the complicated stuff you've seen in the movies. Your mission at the poker table is actually super simple.
That's it. That's the whole game right there. Your one job is to have a better set of cards than anybody else so you can scoop up that pile of chips in the center of the table. That's called the pot. Everything else is just details.
Okay, so how do you know if your hand is any good? Well, here's the best part. You do not need to memorize dozens of hand combinations. To get started, you really only need to know 5. Think of these as your basic toolkit for the game.
Let's run through them real quick, from weakest to strongest. At the bottom, we've got 1 pair. A little better is 2 pair. Stronger than that is 3 of a kind. Now we're getting into the good stuff. A straight. That's just 5 cards in a row, like a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And even better than that is a flush. That's any 5 cards that are all the same suit, like all hearts. Just remember, each hand on this list beats the one before it. Easy enough?
All right, you know the goal, you know the hands to look for. Now for the most important part. When do you actually put your chips in the middle? There is one simple, golden rule that will guide pretty much every decision you make. This is it. This is the one thing you have to remember. If you look at your cards and you think you have one of those good hands we just talked about, or you're really close to getting one, that's when you put more chips in. If you don't, you just wait. This rule alone will save you so much trouble. So with that rule in mind, you really only have 3 choices. If you have a good hand, you can bet, which just means you're confident. If someone else bets and you also have a good hand, you call by matching what they put in. But what if your hand is just junk? You fold. You just give up the hand and wait for the next one. Seriously, don't throw your money away on a bad hand. But, what makes poker so much fun is that sometimes you get to break that golden rule on purpose. This is your secret weapon. Let's talk about how to do a simple bluff. So you're in that classic spot. You look down at your cards and they are just awful. Total garbage. So you have to fold, right? Well, not always. This is where you can get a little tricky. You want a bluff that actually works for beginners? Here you go. It's a 2-step trick. First, just bet like you have an amazing hand. Put those chips out there with confidence. But step 2 is the real secret. Keep your body perfectly still. No fidgeting, no shifting around, no nervous tapping. That perfect stillness just screams confidence, and it can make people believe you have a monster hand, even if you're holding absolutely nothing. And believe it or not, that's it. You know what the goal is, you know the top hands to look for, you've got the golden rule for betting, and you even have a bluffing trick up your sleeve. You are ready. Now you know enough to play your first hand.